Hi guys, my name is Julie, and in today's video, you are going to learn 5 awesome tips to help you write better emails in English. So let's get started. So tip number 1 is to make sure that you have a clear subject line. Now, there's a couple of things that you can do to make sure that you have a clear subject line. The first thing is to keep the subject of your email relatively short. Aim to keep it under 50 characters, if this is possible, of course. The second thing, do not write your subject line in all capital letters, even if it's urgent or important, because this comes across as very aggressive and off-putting, and 9 times out of 10, the recipient will not be eager to read an email with a subject line that is written in all capital letters. The next thing is to make sure that your subject line actually reflects what is written in your email. So make sure it is specific. So let me give you an example of this. Imagine that you are writing an email to me to ask me about private classes. And the subject of your email is just inquiry. So if I receive this email, I would have no idea what it's about. So are you inquiring about working with me? Are you inquiring about classes? Are you inquiring about something completely different? I don't really know. So right off the bat, the subject line is unclear. So imagine that you're writing to me and you want to ask about taking private business English classes. Rather than having a subject line that simply says inquiry, you could write inquiry business English classes or inquiry private business English classes. So right away, when I receive your email, I already know what this is about. So you're saving time and I don't have to kind of sift through what you've written to get the main point of your email. So tip number 2 is to keep your email short. The average person receives dozens of emails, maybe hundreds of emails every single day, and most of us don't want to spend our whole workday just reading emails and looking for information that we need. So after you've written your email, review it, go through it, and remove or eliminate any unnecessary words or unnecessary information. And sometimes you have to write long emails, right? Sometimes there's no way around it. So if you really have to write a long email with a lot of information in it, try to use bullet points or a numbered list to keep your information organized. So even though it's long, it's still easy for your reader to understand what it's about and to find specific pieces of information. It's also easier for them to respond to you because they can simply reply to each bullet point individually. So again, try to keep it short, but if you really can't, use bullet points or a numbered list to make it easier for the recipient. So tip number 3, do not include too many different topics or subjects in one email, even if you are writing to one person, to the same person. So, for example, let's imagine you and I are colleagues and you have to talk to me about a couple different things. So maybe you want to tell me about an upcoming meeting and ask me some questions about a project we've been working on together, and invite me to a social event. It might feel easy or convenient for you to write me one email with all of this information in it. Even if you bullet point it, this information and these topics are unrelated. So it's better to keep them separate and send 3 separate emails. So it makes more sense to send one email telling me about the social event, one email, a second email asking me questions about the project, and a third email informing me about the meeting. This way I can respond to each individual email when I am able to and if I need to. I can also find the information easier with a quick search in the future if I need to refer to it. And this gives you the chance to have clear and concise subject lines for each separate topic in each separate email. So again, don't include too many unrelated topics in one email. Even if you are writing to the same person, make sure to keep them separate. Number 4 is do not reply when you are angry. And the reason for this is because the tone of your email is extremely important. So the tone of your email refers to the feeling that your reader gets when they read your email, or the feeling that you create in your email. So of course, written communication and verbal communication are really different, right? So when you talk to someone face to face, you can see their body language, you can hear their voice, and so on. But when you write an email, the person is not in front of you. So even though you might feel that your email is calm, most of the time when we are angry, it shows through our writing, whether we intend it to or not. And getting the perfect tone of your email is a skill that takes a lot of practice and work. So it's difficult even for native speakers to get the right tone or the perfect tone when they're writing emails at work, even if they write on a day-to-day basis. It does take time to learn to get the right tone or to portray the tone that you would like to portray. So to help you, if you are angry or stressed or in a terrible mood or frustrated with the person you're writing to, do not reply at that moment. You can draft your email and save it and review it later. Try to reply the next day if it's possible. If it's not possible, at least try to wait a few hours, because if you are angry, it will definitely affect the tone of your email negatively, and that's not what you want. And last but certainly not least is tip number 5, which is to review your email before you send it out. So this is extremely important whether you are a native English speaker or a non-native English speaker. It doesn't matter. You should always review your emails before you send them out. So it's a chance for you to check your spelling, your grammar, your punctuation, your capitalization. All of these things matter. If you receive an email that's full of typos and mistakes, it just comes across as unprofessional, and that is never the impression that you want to give. So in addition to checking all of these things, grammar, spelling, punctuation, and so on, it's also a chance for you to check the content of your email. So ask yourself, is it organized? Is it clear? Does it make sense? Would somebody receiving this understand what I need, what I am asking, or what point I am making? So if you read it and you see that it's not clear, it's a chance for you to reorganize it and make it as clear as possible for your reader. And also, when you are reviewing, make sure that you remove or delete any unnecessary words and phrases and any unnecessary information. Remember, it's really important to keep your email concise, short, and to the point, so you are not wasting anyone's time or confusing anyone with your email. So there you guys have it, 5 tips to help you write better emails in English. Now, if you are struggling to write emails and English is not your first language, do not worry, you are not alone. It takes time and practice. Professional email writing is a skill that even native English speakers struggle with. It is a learning curve, so be patient with yourself. Practice, practice, practice. Remember that practice makes perfect. You will definitely improve as long as you keep at it and you don't give up. So thank you so very much for watching and for spending time with me. I hope you learned a lot from this video. Please do share it with anyone who might find it helpful, and I will see you soon in the next one.